Hello and welcome everybody, my name is the Wandering Womack, and today we're going to be doing a quick walkthrough slash review of the XO2 Power Armor that just got added to the Creation Club last week. There were a few other things that got added, but the XO2 was really the big one that we're going to be focusing on today. And this is technically our first video on the channel. I thought in light of Fallout 76 with all the gameplay, me pre-ordering it and wanting to record that in the future and live stream it, I thought might as well start right now with Fallout 4. So to start things off, we're going to go here into the Creation Club and look at the page. So here in the Creation Club you can see all sorts of new things have been added, a bunch of new skins, armor, weapon, the whole 9 yards. I've gotten them all already, downloaded them, saves a little time, but the XO2 is what we're focusing on. The description reads, often referred to as the Black Devil for its signature design, the XO2 is an advanced power armor model developed by the Enclave for its special operations forces. With multiple skin options and custom Tesla modifications, the XO2 is a powerful tool to help you storm through the wasteland or medieval it. Quest created by Chris Takahashi. So that's really interesting, and when we jump into the game itself, you can see that we've got a new quest that has us browsing the Watts Electronics. So getting over there isn't very hard. If you're by the railroad, it's just a quick walk to the northwest. If not, you can just kind of fast travel over to the I think it's the BADFTL offices, and it is just a straight walk west from that. So arriving here at the building, it's just regular old building. You may have, gone through this before. I did on a bunch of previous playthroughs. Not this one, as you guys obviously could tell I hadn't discovered it. But entering into the building, you'll see a bunch of disabled robots and a bunch of eerie noises, but besides that, nothing too out of the ordinary. And here you get some notes, you get a couple of different holotapes, things here and there, and it's mostly just kind of the backstory of the whole, Black Devil and how you're finding it and things like that. You hear about Connie and Richie. I'm not going to spoil it too much for you. If you want, you can pause it and read. If not, then you can, go in yourself and get it. But from there, it's going to want us to go to a radio tower. Now, you can fast travel to it if you've discovered it before. Again, on this playthrough, I was fairly new, hadn't discovered it yet, but you can see that it is just northeast of here. And once arriving to here, you can see that there are all sorts of people walking around. And at first glance, they look like raiders, but you can see that they're actually Enclave remnants. Now, I only had 2 in my playthrough on very hard difficulty. I don't know if you guys will get different amount of people or strength of people depending on how your difficulty settings are or your level. Again, I'm only level I think 35 during this. A really cool thing about this quest is they are bringing the Enclave back, and then on top of that they give you a lot of really good loot. If you are a beginner player and you're playing on maybe like an easy and normal mode, you can get all sorts of good loot from these guys starting this quest out, plus a really nice piece of armor. So after walking around here for a little bit, I end up deciding that I'm going to follow the quest, and you find the body of Richie, somebody who was introduced in one of the previous notes. Again, he's got more notes on him and more holotapes. You can read all of them if you want. I had already read through all of them, so on this playthrough, I just kind of squeezed through them real quick. But here it is, just in case you wanted to pause the screen and look at it and maybe read it. So from here it wants us to load the AM holotape into the relay tower. So we've got the AM holotape, here's the relay tower. Extend it normal as usual, but once it extends all the way out, when you jump back onto the terminal, you'll find that you have a new option, which is to load the AM holotape onto the relay tower's signal. By doing this, you can transfer some files, you can read some more stuff about everything, but in all reality, it's just going to send you to your next location, which is just due east of here, which is where I had actually, or not due east of here, due east of the Watts Electronics store, which is the BADFTL, or TFL, regional office. It's just a straight south walk from there, or you can fast travel like I did. Once you get here, you will get just bombarded by raiders. On all the playthroughs that I had, it was just raider after raider. Uh, Again, if you're lower level, good to have some companions, good to maybe, you know, be a little bit more beefed up if you're playing on a very hard difficulty. And you will find more on the inside of the building, so just quickly take them out. With them, the area kind of contained of enemies. There are still more enemies all around. You'll see their dots. You can go into the back room and you'll find the FM holotape and a note that says check the wall. From here you'll check the wall right behind where you'll find the body of Connie, the person who started this crazy journey, and you'll find the password to unlock the holotape, the FM holotape, which will give you the ability to upload it onto a different relay tower, which again, this is just going to be a bunch of mumbo jumbo. You're going to, break through the whatever firewalls that it had built up on here. You'll get more data, and again, it's going to send you to another relay tower that's due south of the map. I didn't show it here, but it is not quite at the glowing sea, but pretty darn close. Upon arrival here, you will also get bombarded by enemies. It should just be a bunch of mole rats, though. Nothing too, terrible, nothing that you can't handle with a little 10mm pistol. But some of them might be legendary, like I believe I hit a legendary here. But again, it all will depend on what your guys' difficulty settings are set at and level. You may get rat scorpions if you're a high level here. I don't know for certain. But from here, we can load up the FM holotape. Now this is going to send us to our next location, which is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from the current area. You can see that I forgot to view the holotapes. It's going to actually want you to read this one. You don't have to read through all of them. I'd already read through all of them, and pretty much it's just a bunch of transcripts between different Enclave soldiers talking about the X-01, the development of the X-01, etc., etc., some more things. But after you read that fourth one, it'll give you the location of where you have to go next, and it is, as you can see, just northwest. It was a 2-minute walk. You get there, and you've got this building. Now you can walk all around it. You'll see no doors to enter it. But you can see that there is a way to just kind of parkour your way onto the building, I guess. So you gotta first start by jumping onto this purplish container here. From there you jump onto the train itself, and from there you can jump onto the building. Now, I messed up here, as you can see, because the box is just shorter than the building, so there's an actual lip between the box and the building. So when you initially do this, don't do what I did and just jump onto the orange box and try to keep going. Try to either jump over it like I did here, or as I'll show, you kind of get stuck right there on that ledge, so you can just jump over that ledge. After dispatching the local wildlife, you can continue to jump over, jump onto the back of the building after I throw a grenade, because there were more than just one wildlife out there in the wasteland. You can just jump right over on top of the building, and then you'll find your opening there. Now, once you get onto the main floor, again you will be bombarded by mole rats or rat scorpions or what so have you. I've had both happen in this area. What I just did is I just ran away. Thought might as well not have to deal with them, just get it taken care of. So once you're into the tunnel, you'll want to head down the stairs, and there'll be a couple rad roaches, nothing too big of a deal to take care of. They're just kind of low level guys, but that does not mean that you shouldn't be ready for a fight. To the left here, you'll see that there is a fusion core inside of a generator. Grab that, you'll need it, especially if you were a lower level. And in all reality, you could just come straight here to this building, but you're going to need the radio turned on to be able to access the power armor, because as you'll see, the only way to get to the power armor is by activating the radio. And to activate the radio, you need to have both the AM and FM station or holotapes, playing. There's actually a lot of good loot out here or down here I should say, in this bunker. There's just building supplies, there's ammunition, there's a couple notable books here and there. Just a really cool place to run around. There'll be more lore about the XO2, a little bit more about the Black Devil himself, and how he had just kind of fitted different things onto the armor, and how the armor is just a really great, base armor to build off of. And there are a lot of different options that you can do for it. I didn't do any or show any of the options, the advancements you can make to the armor in this video. But I'm sure once you guys get in and get the armor yourself, you guys can get the, additions easily. It doesn't take a whole lot of building materials. But from here you have a choice to either restore Enclave Radio, or you have a choice to destroy Enclave Radio. Now, I've done both of them, and both outcomes are the same with one difference. If you restore Enclave Radio, you will get a new radio called Enclave Radio in your Pip-Boy, and it'll play, just like in Fallout 3, it'll play all the patriotic songs. In this playthrough, I believe I destroyed the Enclave Radio, but no matter which one you do, when you exit this terminal, you will be in for quite a bit of a fight. And again, I tried seeing if shutting it down wouldn't cause this fight, but it does. You read in past things of a Enclave soldier named Hodges, and you'll meet Hodges here. You'll actually have to kill Hodges. But luckily we've got a great piece of armor right here to take care of him. And that's kind of it. That kind of ends the mission of the XO2 power armor. Now, overall, I thought that the quest was really well done, really well written. It was a lot of fun. You were going, all sorts of places around the map. It wasn't kind of like some of the other Creation Club installments that we've had before, where you just kind of, it's just kind of in the world. You just kind of find it somewhere laying around. There's actual quest, and they have a lot of lore behind it, all sorts of different little terminal entries and notes, and it's just a lot of fun. Now, the overall quality of the armor itself is, in my opinion, pretty decent. I know that we got a mod for XO2 power armor in the past, and that texture-wise was a much higher quality, but for somebody who's not doing mods, basing their, whole gameplay off of the Creation Club and things like that, this is an amazing mod. I think it is definitely worth the 700 caps that they want you to fork over for it. Because it's just a lot of fun. It's got really good stats. Like I said, the ability to build up on it is really great. So overall, I really enjoyed this mod. I thought it was a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys thought. If you guys had seen, or if you guys have gotten this Creation Club add-on and have, tinkered around with it and things like that. Let me know what your guys' thoughts of it are, especially once you actually have the mod. Kind of compare it to it and see what it's like. But that will kind of do it for this video. It's kind of our introduction video. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing this voiceover, so I apologize if it's a little subpar, but I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more. There'll be more gameplay coming soon, 76 gameplay coming soon. So I hope that you guys all have a wonderful evening and stay safe out there in the wastes.